Today, I want to talk to you about macros. What are they, and how do you calculate them? We'll look at an example and help you calculate your own daily macro requirements. So what are macros? Macros is short for macronutrients. They're the three main types of nutrients that provide energy to our bodies: carbohydrates, proteins, and fats. When it comes to dieting, tracking and managing your macros can help you achieve your specific health and fitness goals. Each macronutrient plays a different role in your body. Carbohydrates are your body's primary source of energy. Proteins are essential for building and repairing tissues. And fats help with hormone production and nutrient absorption. For example, if you're following a low-carb diet, you might set a lower target for carbohydrates and higher targets for proteins and fats. On the other hand, if you're an athlete or someone looking to build muscle, you might have higher targets for protein intake. The idea behind macro tracking is to provide your body with the right balance of nutrients it needs while creating a calorie surplus or a calorie deficit. So how do you calculate your macros? Calculating macros involves determining the appropriate amounts of carbohydrates, proteins, and fats that you should consume based on your goals and individual factors. Here's a simplified way to calculate your macros. Determine your total daily calorie intake goal. Start by figuring out the total number of calories you should consume in a day to achieve your specific goal, whether it's weight loss, maintenance, or muscle gain. Set your protein intake. Protein is important for muscle growth, repair, and satiety. A common recommendation is to consume 0.7 to 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight, 1.6 to 2.2 grams per kilogram. Multiply your body weight by the appropriate protein factor to determine your daily protein intake in grams. Determine your fat intake. Fats provide essential nutrients and help with hormone production. A general recommendation is to consume 20 to 30% of your total daily calorie intake from fats. To calculate this, multiply your total calorie intake by the appropriate percentage and divide by 9, as there are 9 calories per gram of fat, to find your daily fat intake in grams. Allocate the remaining calories to carbohydrates. Since you have determined your protein and fat intakes, you can allocate the remaining calories to carbohydrates. Carbohydrates provide energy and are often the macronutrient that can be adjusted to fit your goals. Divide the remaining calories by 4, as there are 4 calories per gram of carbohydrates, to find your daily carbohydrate intake in grams. Let's look at an example. Let's walk through an example using a hypothetical person named Sarah who wants to lose weight. Here's how we can calculate her macros. Determine Sarah's total daily calorie intake goal. Let's say Sarah wants to consume 1,800 calories per day to create a calorie deficit for weight loss. Set Sarah's protein intake. To preserve muscle mass and support her weight loss goals, Sarah wants to consume 0.8 grams of protein per pound of body weight. Let's also assume Sarah weighs 150 pounds. Protein intake in grams equals body weight in pounds times the protein factor. Protein intake equals 150 pounds times 0.8 equals 120 grams of protein per day. Determine Sarah's fat intake. Sarah decides to consume 25% of her total daily calorie intake from fats. We'll calculate her fat intake in grams using this information. Fat intake in grams equals total daily calorie intake times fat percentage divided by 9. Fat intake therefore equals 1,800 calories times 0.25 divided by 9 equals 50 grams of fat per day. Allocate the remaining calories to carbohydrates. Since we know Sarah's protein and fat intakes, we can allocate the remaining calories to carbohydrates. Protein and fat calories equals protein intake times 4 plus fat intake times 9. Remaining calorie intake equals total daily calorie intake minus protein and fat calories. Carbohydrate intake in grams equals remaining calorie intake divided by 4. So using the values we've calculated so far, protein and fat calories equals 120 grams times 4 plus 50 grams times 9 equals 480 plus 450 equals 930 calories. Remaining calorie intake equals 1,800 calories minus 930 calories equals 870 calories. Carbohydrate intake equals 870 calories divided by 4 equals 217.5 grams of carbohydrates per day. So for Sarah's weight loss goals, her daily macro targets would be approximately protein 120 grams, fat 50 grams, carbohydrates 217.5 grams. Hopefully, that all makes sense. Thank you for watching. Please leave a comment below and let us know your daily macros. And don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel for more fitness and health content, and we'll see you in the next video.